Did he just dab with a freaking deuce this time?
Imagine how you would feel if you were a boy that liked me, and then you came to my house only to see your principal
That will be your face. Be like, why am I here? I'm so sorry, sir.
there to greet you. Ugh, I can't wait to go to college so I can finally
Why are you doing the you can't see me, you can't see me?
just be me. People will be able to see me for who I really am.
I see the same person. What the heck?
Not Mr. Larson's daughter, or the principal's pet. Yes, people call
Oh my god, he just a pet. Oh my god.
me that all the time. When I
Poor little girl. Oh my god. So sad.
first started school F high, no one knew that I was related to the militant man who roamed the halls trying to get students and faculty in trouble. The same last name only caught the attention of my peers after my father told me to stand up in the middle of an assembly to show who I was in case anyone needed help around the school. This got a big laugh from my fellow classmates, and that's how I got the nickname Principal's Pet. A typical day at school can start
Oh my gosh, she looks so nice, but then her dad turns her into a pet like this. So nice.
out pretty ordinary for me now that I'm a senior in high school. Just a couple more months, and I'll be off to college in New York. For now, though, I'm still under my dad's wing at home and at school. And he never lets me forget it. No one does. I get to school around 7:40 in the morning. I drive myself to school typically because I don't want to be seen with my dad, and also I can leave right after school if I want to. The less time with him, the better. My friends always wait for me in the hallway so we can walk to class together. I have a close group. Jaden and Tess. Taylor and Amber are fraternal twins, and the
Oh my god, she looked like a psycho scientist.
daughters of the science teacher, Mrs. Bingle. So they understand the pain I go through nearly all day at school because I'm the principal's kid. Jaden has been our friend for our entire high school days, and Tess joined our group just last year. She moved here from
Tess looked like an e-girl. An
Albuquerque, and we took her under our wing. Her fashion sense is spectacular, which we all look good in group photos. My friends are awesome, and they're the only ones I
looking like some thoughts.
can trust to not make my day hell. We were laughing and having a good time, but just as we rounded the corner to our first period English class, Ryan Powers stopped us in our tracks.
You a big fat jerk.
Ryan Powers was a jerk. If he thought you were cute, he'd tell everyone you did dirty things to him under the bleachers or in the auditorium. If he hated you, he'd tell everyone that you had a really bad STD or a weird abnormality
Wow, that's mean.
in order to make people not like you. The worst part of all, he wasn't afraid of my dad. Nope. Ryan Powers' dad was super rich, and he probably slid my dad over $100,000 in the course of Ryan's high school career. That's why Ryan never got into trouble for what he did, and now it seems he's set his sights on me. "Hey there, Sasha. How are you this morning?" he asked, putting his arm around my shoulders to lead me away from my friends. I looked
My friends, they all looking at you like you are not friends. You are worthless. You have nothing.
over my shoulders with a "help me" look in my eyes, but they all just stood there.
They be like somebody like Medusa came up to them and be like, look them straight in their eyes, be like, you are set in stone.
Astonished as to what was about to happen. "Hi, Ryan. I have class. I have to get going." I tried to pull away, but it was no use. His hand got
Dang. He be like, come here, baby girl. I feel so bad for this girl.
tighter on my arm. "I don't think your daddy will be too this would end soon. If I just shut up now and let him talk, the sooner I could get back to class. I was hoping you would go out with me this Friday on a date," Maybe we could go to the movies. I could take you out to get ice cream. You know, the works. He raised an eyebrow. What do you think? Absolutely, 100% not, I said, pushing his hand off my arm. What? I told you don't have to worry about your dad. Come on, Sasha, you know I've liked you for like 5 years. I scoffed. You like...
Wow. Just wow. Wow.
Like everyone. And besides, it doesn't matter if I go on a date with you or not. You're going to tell everyone that we did things we didn't do. I don't want that on my shoulders. Also, you're just plain mean to everyone. I would never date a guy who's such a jerk. He looked at me confused. I would never speak ill of you, my darling. You are gorgeous, and I don't know what you've heard.
Look at her face. She like backed up off me before I kick you.
But I never talk bad about anyone. Just looking at Ryan.
Wow. Let's try putting this. No thanks.
You would believe him wholeheartedly. He looked like America's sweetheart, a purebred, blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy, except he was not a good person. You could almost see it in his eyes if you stared too long. I couldn't help but chuckle. Get a life, Ryan, I said, before turning and heading back to my class just in time for the bell to ring. As the door was shutting to my classroom, I heard Ryan say matter-of-factly, "You're going on a date with me Friday." I sat down in my chair and was just about to tell Jaden what happened when the teacher came in. I ended up writing her a note instead. It said, "Jaden, you will not believe what just happened to me in the hallway. Ryan asked me on a date. No, he actually told me we were going on a date. What do I do? Sasha." I passed the note over to Jaden, and as soon as she was done reading it, I knew, because she let out a gasp that could mean nothing else.
Oh my God, girl, don't do it.
I saw her furiously scribbling. We were supposed to be taking notes for our class, but I knew she was begging me for more information, and probably pass in the group. When she passed her note to me, I opened it quickly. "Sasha, you cannot be serious right now. Tell your dad, tell your mom, scream it from the rooftop that you're not going on a date with that loser." Jaden. I really wasn't sure how I was going to pull this off, but an idea was coming to me. You would think after that, today couldn't really get much worse.
Tell me why he looked like that, like ugly.
However, as soon as I was heading to my second class, I got called to the principal's office. That's right. My dad called me